morning and welcome to Cover 2 Cook. We are on episode 73. We'll be recording on January 30th to post on the 31st. So what do we talk about? We got the Pro Bowl happening. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Pro Bowl. What's all in that? What it used to be, what it is now. We're also going to talk about the Senior Bowl. As this Saturday, you will be seeing the seniors play. The guys that want to get to the draft, want to improve their stock. But before I get too far... Oh, and we'll also have trivia, but before I get too far, let me bring on my co-host, Mr. Tim Cook. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I mean, I watched a little bit of the senior practices today. Right now I have it on for the Skillz competition part of it. So, and, we'll also have the Pro Bowl game as well. We'll have a little chat about that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about that Pro Bowl because it is happening right now. We're recording on Thursday night. We should have brought it up earlier, but it's one of these things where they do the Skillz test all in one day, all one night kind of thing, and then they have the Pro Bowl on the Sunday day. So first off, what is happening in the Skillz Challenge? They have the passing test. They have the satisfying catches, sponsored by Snickers. They have the big spike for the big guys. They have the relay race, the helmet harmony, which is pretty much trivia. They have dodgeball, which is pretty self-explanatory, but the big spike is kind of cool because this big guy's spiking the ball as hard as they can, which we love seeing in the end zone after plays. Satisfying catches, I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably going to be disappointing. And then the passing was actually pretty good from what I was seeing with Jared Goff. But what do you think about all this?
I get it that they're trying to get more variety into this thing. But just like any of these other All-Star game, All-Star weekend kind of deals, It's just, I don't know, it's a money grab. That's all it is. It's a money grab. I mean, I remember when they had the Pro Bowl, it was always between the championship games and the Super Bowl. They went to Hawaii to play the game.
Yep.
That was their little relaxation. Let's bring the family with us. Let's do a little more, and then it just got out of whack. They weren't playing any defense. Nobody wanted to get hurt. So I get it why they're trying to do this, why do some more variety, kind of a skills competition, kind of like the NBA does. But it's just, and then they go to the flag football. It's just not, it's not what I remember when I was younger.
Yeah, you got to admit, like you said, there is no All-Star game that's worth the crap. The NBA's is just a slam dunk contest. Baseball's is kind of cool a little bit because there is some repercussions because of who wins kind of thing. So you will see it get kind of a little bit more tighter about the 8th, 9th inning. But otherwise, outside of that, there's not really an All-Star game that's worth the shit. Now, I kind of come on the football player's side and say, why? Why does this matter? Like, my millions of dollars or possibly thousands of dollars are going to go against what? If I get injured in this game, you know what a GM's going to do? Well, you ain't playing until next year, so maybe I'm going to cut you. So I get all that stuff. I do see this side of it. But for me personally, I always think of the Sean Taylor hit. When the punter thought he was going to fake it, he's running down that sideline, and Sean Taylor just absolutely drills him. That is the Pro Bowl I think of. Or I think of 2000 when Randy Moss had, 9 catches for 220-some yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, this flag football is actually kind of cool because we will have an Olympic sport with it.
Right.
But, our guys even playing it because they barely want to play in this All-Star, in this Pro Bowl.
Well, and there's another deal, too. Josh Allen's not playing. Lamar Jackson's not playing. All these guys are backing out. Now, don't get me wrong. They have to have legitimate injuries for them to back out. Yeah. They just can't say, I don't want to play. The league, NFL makes them. But, what's them to come up to a trainer and go, boy, that thumb, which, like Allen, his was his left thumb. Yeah. But Lamar Jackson, oh, boy, that knee. Trainer, can you tell the league that, I got a bad knee, and I'm just not feeling wanting to play it. They don't have any incentive. They got Drake May as one of the alternates playing. Really? He's not. It's a joke. It's not. They're. I don't know what the fix is. I really don't. I don't know what the fix is on this, other than just doing away with it. But they're not going to because this is the NFL showing what they've done so far this year. Yeah. It's a money grab, and it's a joke. I don't get. And like you said, the flag football is a Olympic sport, but that's only every 4 years. So,
we do have a U.S. flag football team that is very good because when this all came out, people were like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes playing flag football, and it was like, there is a quarterback that plays on the U.S. flag football team that is very, very good because he plays a game that he knows what he's playing. Tackle and flag are two different ball games. I agree. I saw Drake May. Is Bo Nix on the Pro Bowl? I didn't.
He got out of it too. It was like, yeah. I mean, that's why I say you're down to Drake May.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, these guys have just, and I get it. If they do have legitimate injuries, I get it. But just because you don't want to, but you know what, Anthony? One thing, as we were talking about this, why don't they implement a mixture of the NFL players and a little bit of the flag football players, the USA flag football players?
Yeah, I could see that. Or it's like a free for all draft. One of these things with Eli and they pick who they want instead of AFC, NFC, things like that.
Right.
I agree, and I think I saw JJ Watt talk about it and say like it's okay to admit that it's not what it used to be, and I get that at the same time, like you said. But I think what really took the fun or what took all the incentive out of it was Hawaii. I mean, it's in Florida this year.
Yeah,
like who gives a shit? Like some of these teams, they're home. They're just home. Like you take it to Hawaii so the families can enjoy it. It's one of these like, hey. And then I saw JJ Watt talk too. He goes, if I'm a player, I do not put that in my contract about Pro Bowls because it is unpredicted voting now. It is bullshit voting. So I like when you hear all that, it's like that's negative. That's all negative. You got to find a way to incentivize them. But I don't know how you do it with such a violent sport that. Well, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to play a Super Bowl at one of these places' homes like the MLB does or something like that. Like, and money is nothing to them.
Yep. Well, and now the trip to Hawaii is nothing to all these players because these players don't give one shit about going to Hawaii. They're going to Paris or they're going to Aruba or they're going to exotic places. Hawaii is second. I mean, they could go to Hawaii anytime. When back in the 80s and 90s, them going to Hawaii, that was a big thing to do.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stories that I think I've seen on Pat McAfee and other places where they said Peyton Manning, they would do fun things in Hawaii. Right. Where like Florida, I think last year in Vegas, there was a person that got in trouble. Like a player got in trouble with. It's like you can't have that at the same time either. So
right.
And what it once was amazing. I mean, I remember getting a jersey that had the Pro Bowl jerseys.
Right.
Now I would never do that.
Right.
But, I mean, the 40-yard dash is a relay, so it's a relay of people running. Dodgeball is kind of cool. At least they're not doing the water balloon bullshit. But, yeah, it's just not – I was just trying to see what else. Yeah, it's just not what it is. And flag football won't be as fun, but I definitely agree with that. I like that take of bringing some of the U.S. flag football people in there. Because since, like, you got people like, what, Drake May? He played, 5 games this year? 6 games? And he didn't even have no – like, he's a rookie Pro Bowler. Bullshit. He wasn't. That ain't him. He ain't that guy.
No.
So if you did incorporate that, that cuts down on some of the people you select to be in the Pro Bowl.
Right.
And it's bragging rights. So I feel like these U.S. Flag football people are going to come in with a little incentive on their side too.
Or the league maybe winner gets $100,000. Winning team. I know that, but something they got it. I don't know what. I think the Skillz is trying to get more. But I think they're banking. I think the NFL banks on viewership because they're the NFL. Don't worry, we'll get 2 million. We'll get 2 million people to watch this thing. We don't care.
Well, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I got it on.
We literally just had it on before we started recording. As much as we can talk shit about it, I probably won't watch Pro Bowl on Sunday. I probably will not watch the flag football. But I am watching the Skillz Challenge.
Yeah, I didn't watch it last year. I don't think I watched 1 second of it. Last year. Now this year that we were doing a podcast, I probably will. I'll check in, have it turned on, and maybe go do something around my apartment. But other than that,
well, and that actually takes us to Saturday because Saturday is the Senior Bowl. So we're seeing some of these reports about the practices. There is some people just like in the Pro Bowl that are not coming to this. I know Will Howard isn't coming to this. You won a national championship. I think your play says enough for you. I don't need. You played 4 Senior Bowls if you think about it in the playoffs, but. The one person that I've been hearing a lot of bad publicity is Jalen Milroe. Comes in with the small hands, and then they show a clip, and it looks good for Jack Kaiser because he intercepts him, but he's fumbling the snap. It looks bad. Is Jalen Milroe going to – I mean, I think that's a guy that I would love to see slip in the draft because he's a hell of a guy that I think will be in the NFL. What do you think about that?
Right. Well, that would be. I mean, I think he's a RPO kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
So I mean, he'd be perfect in there. The small hands might kind of hold him back. But Anthony, here's another deal too. The Senior Bowl, just like the NFL Pro Bowl, used to be really popular back in the 80s and 90s. That was before when these people have, not draft day. What's that? What's I'm looking for? Pro days. They have pro days at their own places. Yeah. Why go to a Senior Bowl when they're going to come to you? Why go to Mobile, Alabama? Nothing against Mobile, Alabama, but there ain't probably a whole lot going on there. And go there and throw the ball around. And because it's not going to help my draft stock by going there. All I care about my draft stock is my pro day.
Yeah, but no. So they do there's a lot of good seniors there. I mean, there's a lot of good seniors there because what they like about the Senior Bowl is you get coached by NFL coaches.
Right.
There's a lot of NFL scouts and coaches that are there. At your pro day, you are the only person. Your coaches are the ones doing it.
Right.
And I think the pro day has been kind of not frowned upon, but not looked at as the highest anymore. After you've seen Zach Wilson doing his crap and things like that, where people are like, okay, like you know what you're walking into. Come to a game atmosphere, and we want to see it there. I also don't understand all this combine and stuff because that's
where next where I was going.
Is not their gameplay already done enough? Definitely with now the more amount of games. But the other two people I want to bring up that are stock rising, Jackson Dart and Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard's obviously going up there. I don't see him as a great NFL quarterback, but I do see him doing better. Jackson Dart, I do see. But I kind of see him more of like a Bo Nix. He's got a lot of games. He's played a lot of games. He could be someone to look at. But Shadur's not playing.
Yeah,
he's not playing. There's other people that are not playing that. How do you know what you're going to draft on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of him today, and they interviewed him, and he was throwing literally darts.
Yeah,
he was throwing in there. What else I liked about it was I was watching too is the one-on-one with there was the kid out of Illinois, Williams.
Yes,
the wide receiver. He made one move on a cornerback. Oh, I swear to God, they thought he hurt his knee.
Yeah,
that's how good the juke was. I was like, holy cow! I mean, the ball didn't get thrown to him, but he made one stab to the left, and that cornerback went right for it. They thought he tore his knee up.
Yeah, and I think, and this kind of goes back to the Pro Bowl, but I think it was either on Pat McAfee or one of the shows. They talked about how do one-on-ones. Right. That would bring a lot because that's a bragging rights. It's a corner against a wide receiver, one-on-one, make the play. 5 yards in, 10 yards out, whatever you want to do. Do the running back linebackers. You don't have to tackle, but can you get to the play? Can you take on the pass? I think that would be cool if you brought into the Pro Bowl or Skillz challenge. But and I did see a lot of defensive players are getting notified as rising stock, and I think that's just to combat the high-powered offense of the NFL now.
Yeah, there was one that went up against an Oregon offensive lineman, and he got ate up. I mean, he was on his backside.
Yeah.
But they also said that I wish I could think of Cody something, offensive lineman for North Dakota State.
Okay.
Watch out for him. They said he is a high riser right now, and that maybe, hey, Chicago Bears might want to pick this guy up because he is legit.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing in the draft is Genty to the Bears. It looks like they're going to be moving on from Swift. I don't agree with it. I do, but also that's the one thing I will say: offensive line. When you watch it before the games or when the games start and they give where they went to college or let them do elementary or whatever, you will see some people that are North Dakota State. You'll see Wisconsin, and you're like, well, Wisconsin sucked, but that guy was good on Wisconsin. So. But yeah, so that's what we have right now. We kind of have a little bit of a lull before the Super Bowl, and then after the Super Bowl, we're coming up with other segments. We're gonna have other segments, but we have our most favorite segment. A lot of people are asking for it again. Is for trivia with Lisa. Lisa, will you join us so we can do some more trivia? Hopefully, we do better this week than we did last week.
Yay!
There she is.
Yeah, I hope you guys do better. I want you guys to be answering these.
Wow, we're trying.
Yeah.
All right, game hat on. Okay, give us the rules.
Keep your game faces on, all right? I'm going to run through the rules again, and then we'll get going, all right? Okay, so to begin every game, players will do a warm-up question that they will work together to answer. To determine who will go first, the host will be given a question, and the closest one to the answer will go first. If the player can't get the answer right, the other player will be given a chance to steal. We will play to 7 points, or if after 10 questions we don't have a clear winner, if there ends in a tie, we will go into sudden death, and the first answer correctly wins.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm in.
All right. Work together to answer this question. Name the last 10 number 1 overall picks.
Okay. Bryce Young.
Yes.
I thought you were going to go. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I was thinking, but it wasn't him. But go ahead.
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Last
and then you have, they're damn near all quarterbacks, so just name off quarterbacks. Added to that, Williams, Caleb Williams.
Yes.
CJ, no, he was number 2. Bryce Young was number 1. Who was before Bryce?
How about Josh Allen?
No.
No.
And then Justin Fields, wasn't he number 1?
No.
He got,
No.
and Mitch Trubisky wasn't number 1, was he? Because I'm just naming the Bears as messes up.
Yeah. Was it Tua? No, Tua wasn't.
No, not
Zach
Tua.
Wilson, no.
No.
He was 3, I think. God, 10.
We only have 3.
Yeah.
This sucks. It's a spotlight. I will give that to. Give us a hint on one of them.
All right. This one is in. This one plays in Florida.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mac Jones was in that, and he was later. Because I'm just thinking quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts wasn't it? He was later.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes. I was gonna give a hint for that one. So good job there.
Give us another hint.
Yeah.
Well, he just got traded, and he's on the Lions and having a much better year.
Jared Goff.
Yes.
God, he was number 1. Oh.
Yeah.
So he was in 2016. So I have a 2015 as the oldest one.
Okay. 2015 would have been who's before Jared Goff? That would be. They're all quarterbacks, right? I mean.
Well, yeah.
I don't think so.
Is there an offensive lineman that was number 1? That was a long time ago. But give us another hint.
He plays for the Cardinals.
Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Oh, Kyler Murray.
All right. AFC or NFC?
I don't know.
Okay. Another hint then. Team they play for. Maybe we shouldn't start with 10 anymore because that's a lot.
I mean,
that is a lot.
Well, let's see. We had. I don't know what team.
Just name the rest of them because I want to get to the games.
Number 3 was Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, so he wasn't. He's not a quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't think so. He didn't sound familiar. And then number 8 was Myles Garrett.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And number 10 was Jameis Winston.
Oh,
see, is that the 2015 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a while back. That guy's like that guy can see now. That's what's crazy. That guy can see.
Yeah.
He didn't even see, and he got picked number 1.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into let's see who can get the best one or closest to it.
All right, here we go. Question to determine who goes first. Each player will have a chance to answer. Closest one will go first. How many passing touchdowns did Tom Brady have in his NFL career?
Oh, NFL. I thought he was going to talk about that one year or one game or that one season. 335.
347.
Okay, Tim is the closest because it was 649.
Jesus Christ.
Well, he did play for 20 years.
Yeah.
So he figured 30 touchdowns a year.
All right, Tim.
All right.
Player number 1.
So I thought that would. But,
No.
okay. All right, you go
Okay,
first.
Tim.
That's going to help me.
Question number 1. Which NFL team has the most Hall of Fame inductees?
Green Bay Packers.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Oh. Anthony?
I'm going with I'm going to go with America's team, Dallas Cowboys. Final answer. Who is it?
Chicago Bears.
That was going to be my next one. I cannot believe that, but yeah.
Well, and they've been so bad for so long, but they've played the longest. So they're one of the, All right. Next question.
All right, Anthony, question number 2. What school holds the record for the most NFL players from a single college with 525 players going to play in the NFL?
Oh, shoot. I want to go with the team behind me, but I think it's either them or Ohio State. I think Ohio State has a lot. Alabama could have a lot because they've had a lot recently. I'm going to go with the longevity. I'm going to go with Notre Dame. Final answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
There it is.
Nice.
That is correct. Now, I will say, when I was looking at these stats, Ohio State and LSU were, and Alabama were your top choices there.
Yeah.
I knew Ohio State has a lot of first rounders, and that's what Notre Dame has a lot of first rounders too. So, all right, yes, 1-0. Let's go.
All right, yeah. Question number 3, back to you, Tim. Here's a multiple choice question. What schools played the most overtime games in college football history? Was it Georgia versus Georgia Tech, Eastern Kentucky versus Bowling Green, Illinois versus Penn State,
1 second.
or Texas A&M versus LSU?
C, Illinois, Penn State.
That is correct. Ding, ding, ding.
I said wait because I saw it. I saw that light bulb go off, and I was like, just let her finish.
Okay, I forgot.
Yes, Illinois versus Penn State had 9.
9.
Georgia versus Georgia Tech had 8. Eastern Kentucky and Bowling Green had 7, and Texas A&M and LSU had 7.
Yep. Which we knew that because of that Georgia Tech. They brought that up so many times.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Just was wondering if your memory was still there.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony, question number 4. Who holds the record for the most made field goals in a season?
Ooh. Adam Vinatieri, final answer.
And Tim, over to you.
God, this is.
I think it's the guy that played on my favorite team.
Gary Anderson?
I think his name was Morton, wasn't it?
Oh, Morton Anderson.
Final answer?
Final answer.
And David Ackers, 44 in 2011 for the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, so we were trying for the most field goals in a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were all time.
No, in a season.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too, because that's why I went Adam Vinatieri. But okay, that's okay.
All right.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Right. Question 5, over to Tim. Who went undrafted in the 2013 NFL draft from Minnesota State University, a D2 school that was invited to try out for the Vikings practice squad as a wide receiver?
Oh, I know this one. You better not miss it. You better not miss it. I'm telling you, I know this one.
Randy Moss, final answer.
Oh,
I'm not. Moss waited Marshall. God.
Jesus. Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, final answer.
Yeah, I don't care about that team. That's okay. I'd rather not get that one right anyway.
All right, 2-1 now.
2-1, yes. Now on to question number 6, Anthony. Are you ready?
Yep.
This is a multiple choice question. What is the most recent team to change its name? Is it A, Washington Commanders, B, St. Louis Rams, C, San Diego Chargers, or D, Oakland Raiders?
Okay, so this is kind of confusing because changing names, what I would say they're like not with the city, because the Chargers changed to San Diego to Las Vegas, or right? Yeah, no.
To Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Commanders. Final answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
See, because the city it got me confused because I was like, oh, easy
that
Commanders,
was
and
good.
I'm like,
That was good because you had to think of
yeah.
Yes. So Washington Commanders was the recent change. St. Louis Rams went to LA Rams. San Diego Chargers went to Los Angeles Chargers, and Oakland Raiders went to Las Vegas Raiders. So yes.
And that had a lot of those. The three of them happened within like a 2-3 year stint.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. It's 3-1 to Anthony.
Yeah, it is.
Back to you, Tim. Name this player. He helped his team win the Super Bowl in 2018. He was named Pro Bowl 7 times. He was named first team All-Pro 6 times. He played linebacker at the University of Cincinnati before becoming an offensive lineman.
Ooh, I know this one. I'll give you a hint before you do it. Think of ESPN.
Jeff Saturday? No. Because Jeff Saturday played at North Carolina. So I know it's not him.
Count them down.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Sterling Sharp. No.
And Anthony?
Jason Kelsey.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, God, he did play at Cincinnati.
And he played linebacker, but then when they came in, they were like, "Bud, you're not playing. You got to play. You got to put on some weight."
Right.
All right. It is 4-1 to Anthony. Anthony, question to you. Which Mississippi State University quarterback won the Connerly Trophy twice and was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in 2016?
It's like we talked before this. I promise we did it. I promise. Dak Prescott, final answer.
Ding, ding, ding. That is
I
correct.
actually knew that one.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, question number 9. What coach has been awarded the most Coach of the Year awards 4 times?
Oh.
Coach of the Year 4 times. See, like Belichick would be an easy one, but I don't think Belichick got Coach of the Year.
And I don't think he's a fan favorite, so I think that's what takes him away.
And I don't think, and you can't take Andy Reid in there because they all have good talent. Coach of the Year 4 times.
It was with 2 different teams. I'll give you that.
Okay.
I might go back on that other guy then.
Yeah, no kidding. Andy Reid.
And Anthony?
I didn't think it would be, but
2 teams. Doug Peterson, final answer.
And so the answer is Don Shula. 3 times with the Colts, 1 time with Miami. Now, Bill Belichick did win it 3 times along with Chuck Knox.
Good old Knox. Good old Chucky.
Oh, Nazi.
All right. The score is 4-1. Anthony, question number 10. Last question. Which Ole Miss linebacker won the Dick Butkus Award, the Jack Lambert Trophy, and the Connerly Trophy in 2006?
Jeez. Ole Miss linebacker? I'm going to go with, because Fred Warner went to BYU. I'm thinking of someone that's, Luke Kuechly went to Boston College. I can't even, Ole Miss. I don't know where Roquan Smith went, but that sounds like someone that would be.
I think he went to Georgia.
Oh yeah. I mean SEC, at least closer. I'm gonna go with, and Ray Lewis went to Miami.
I'm gonna count you down. 5.
Terrell Suggs went.
4.
3.
3.
Terrell Suggs, final answer. It's not it, but.
And over to you, Tim.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Got a chance to steal. Close this gap up.
Ole Miss is.
Ole Miss, boy, oh boy. Bud Dupree. I have no idea.
And Patrick Willis.
Patrick. So I said Fred Warner, but I didn't say the other one. Yep.
I thought Patrick Willis went to Florida State, not Ole Miss.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll have to fact check that again.
I'd almost bet on that, but I could be wrong.
Well, you know what? Let me do it real quick then. What was it? Who? Patrick Willis?
I thought he went to Florida State.
College.
Don't do that to me, Tim.
University of Mississippi.
Really? I swear I thought he was. Okay. All right.
Don't doubt the trivia master.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna be honest with you. TikTok will get you because they were already trying to say things that weren't true.
Yeah.
All right. So question 11. What is question 11? I promise this time I will not answer. But what is question 11?
Sudden death question is: who is the last team to have a winless season?
Winless season. Okay.
Winless.
I would imagine.
You want to go or you want me to go?
No. We're not going to answer it. We're going to give it to the people. Let them answer it. But I would imagine they were.
Congratulations, Anthony. You took
this
this one.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
5-1. So now we are.
All right. So the series is tied 1 game apiece.
1-1.
That's right.
Yeah, I will be honest with you. There might have been a little bit of where I told her, hey, let's get some of that newer shit in here. Don't be giving me that 70s and 80s bullshit.
That's bullshit then. That's in my wheelhouse. You know that. Of course, I didn't.
Yeah, I was like,
of course, I didn't know the number 1 draft pick, and they played basketball and football. So that was 86.
Yo, people tore us up on social media with that one. They're like, we got our first mean comment. They said, no ball. Learn ball. I was like, okay, you know what? That was a way before me, so be nice. But thank you so much for joining us, Lisa. We do appreciate you doing this trivia. It's a lot of fun. We'll have to get you a book, though, because I think you're running out of questions. I think you have one more 10-question thing.
I have a couple more games, but yeah.
Ooh,
I will say you guys had a much better
Good
turnout than last week. So thank you for knowing your trivia.
Yeah, and any more that you want to give that are multiple choice, that always helps us too.
Yeah.
But we do want to appreciate it. If I just want to reiterate, if you do have TikTok, please follow us on TikTok. If you have Instagram, follow us on Instagram at Cover2Cook. TikTok's at Cover2Cook as well. Follow us at YouTube. We'll be posting our reels as well on there at Cover2Cook. And then on Facebook, we do post everything on there as well. We share things as well. We will be adding other segments. There's going to be things that we're going to add to this, not just trivia, but since the football season's almost over, we got the great game left, the Super Bowl. After that, how do we talk about football? What do we talk about? With your college, with what's going to be the transfer portal, NFL with who's going where, player-wise and things like that. But we'll have segments. We want to talk about the game of football. Let's get down to a whiteboard and things like that as well. But we want to thank everyone for listening. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the Pro Bowl if you want to. It looks like I'm going to be doing house projects. But have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you.